right, all right, all right. Hold on, it looked like I'm missing a couple things, so I'm gonna add a quick image here so you guys knew who, what, when, how, who it is. Okay. We're gonna throw this logo of mine somewhere around here. I mean, make it look pretty or something. Probably throw it in the bottom over here somewhere where nobody cares. Even though it should have been a different one. Actually, you know what? I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna delete that, and we're gonna add an image again, and we're gonna select the correct one. Because that one ain't it. Right here. There we go. Where you at? There we go. Sorry guys, work with me. I'll explain what's going on in a minute. Gotta add the logo in there. Gotta add the logo in there. All right, all right. All right, guys. So welcome to my channel. Let me know if you hear me good. My name is Big Face Benny, also known as Big Face Beats, also known as the CEO and founder of Big Face Music World. I'm sure you can see that sign up there somewhere. If not, go check out my YouTube pages. Check me out on Facebook. All platforms. All platforms. So we started a live stream earlier on my artist page, and that was just me testing it out. My Big Face Beat page, which I just made maybe a week ago, I had to wait 24 hours so that it can go. It's able to go live. So now that we on it, this is where I'm going to be streaming. This is part 2 of a beat that I was creating earlier on that artist page that I'm speaking about. So I'm just gonna play it just so the people out there can get a glimpse of what I'm working with, and we'll go from there. Give me a quick second here, y'all. I'm trying to send the link out to everybody so they could join us. Give me a quick second here. I'm on Facebook. Y'all go ahead. My real name is Benjamin Malave. Y'all can find me on Facebook, or if you just put Big Face Benny, one word, 2 N's, I-E at the end, because I know, spelling is not everybody's fucking forte. They are, you know. I hope I didn't offend anybody over there. But that's what it is, y'all. All right. All right, so there that goes. Sent the word out. Sent the killers out. Not really. I'm just joking. All right, y'all. So let's do this. What we got? I hope y'all like what y'all heard so far. I hope y'all can hear me fine. I had just moved my mic earlier. I had the mic on this side, and the volume was pretty low. I didn't get a chance to hear it. Matter of fact, maybe I should do that real quick. See if I need to make any adjustments on there. Well, we know the computer's good. I mean, it's not the best, but uh, it don't sound bad. It's not worse than last time. So, all right, so let's get into it. All right, so I like how everything is meshing together. Kind of like that reverse crash is not my thing, but I like the transition on it. So I'm gonna leave that there for now. Maybe drop this over. See what that sound like when the verse come in. Maybe cut that out right here. Just this. It's gonna take off only half of that, which is fine. Let's see what happens. I feel like I might need to distort. I think with this, we already added. Oh, you're not able to see it? No, but you can see it on the bottom screen if you're looking at right here. You can see it. I think I want to find like probably like a percussion, maybe an ethnic, kind of like an ethnic, not a crash. Let's see if I can find it in the drop down, like an ethnic percussion maybe, just to bring it, you know, a little bit out of the hip hop kind of thing. I don't know if that's the word that I really want to use because of course I'm hip hop, I'm everything, but you know I like to do things a little different. So let's see, Afrobeat. No, let's get specific here instead of putting ethnic. I'm calling toms. I think they're toms. There we go. We'll get out of the one shot, go on a loop. And again, guys, I'm gonna explain this, but just so you understand, I did this before. This is my first video on this page. It was my first video on the other page, on the artist page, and I'm just trying to test it out. So I'm doing everything the easy way. I'm not using the MPC right now. I haven't tested the MPC on OBS yet. Of course, I've done it on Studio One Pro a million times, on Fruity Loops a million times, and standalone. But for the purpose of this video, is just to test out the equipment, make sure the logistics and the technical aspect of it is good. So that's really what we're doing today. So bear with me. I'm going through Splice, trying to do things the quick. I might create some hot shit. Who knows? It might go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. right, it is percussions, but for some reason it wouldn't show these. Sound like salsa right there. I like it, but I wanted a little bit more. Maybe instead of toms, I'll put locals. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see. Yeah, it's percussion one over there. There we go. All right, I like this. We're gonna put this. Actually, is it? Yeah, I want that, but I want to put it where the drop is. All right, I'm gonna put it where the drop is, and probably gonna kill these. I might leave the clap back in there though. I don't know. Let me bring this up to the. I want to bring this up near here where the drums are. Let's see. I might add a shaker. So let me take this. See if they got like a shaker. Like first let's hear how that sound. Shit, I like that. Hold on. Let's get back to this track. Let's get the information window out because I want to normalize it. I want to normalize it, kind of like bring the dB. I kind of like that. I want to see what happens though if I insert the knock plugin. Let's see. Knock, 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 knock. That would be plug in that knock. I want to add a little punch and saturation to that and see what happens. Okay, I like that. I like where this is going, y'all. I like where this is going. Thanks for riding with me. Thanks for riding with me. I think I want to put that in the beginning too, just to give it that feel early. You know what I'm saying? Let me put that. I'm gonna put that right here. See what happens. Let's go to the beginning. Check that out. See what happens. So for the beginning it's cool, but for the one that we got in the verse, I want to add like some shakers, some shakers, some forgot what we call it in Spanish. Maybe that's it. Let's see. Let's see. like it. Oh, that's the one I was really looking for. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. That's what I'm talking about. This is really what I look for when it comes to like splice. What the hell? Did it freeze on me? Come on, splice. Did you really just do that? Holy moly guacamole. I'm going to send this video over to Splice. I mean, not to Splice, but to Studio One. And let them see what just happened. That's crazy. And this is what I get for trying to do it the fast way. Definitely sending that over. Hopefully it kept everything. All right. Look like we're going to have to go back and freaking create one. Again, see if I can find that part again. What was it again? Ethnic bonk. No, shaker. We were at shaker. There we go. That was the one. Okay, now we're going to move it in here. I guess we can't create a track like we normally do. So, I guess we just going to have to drag and drop. I don't know why I did that, but I'm definitely going to send this over to Studio One and let them deal with it. All right, save, because Lord knows what's gonna happen next. Lord. All right, so I need to count these bars just to be sure that we in the up and up. So let me see here. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8. So this gotta get. All right, so we'll do that. We'll do it that way. We'll do it this way. We'll freaking drag it over, and we'll reformat it. Oh, looks like I have an extra one somewhere. Okay. So let me fix all this. I must have held on to it too long. Let's get in here. Dump it in right. Place it right, I guess is the word. I'm not the one for the tutelage, y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know the terminologies and all the craziness. F that. Okay. So with that being said, so if this is 2, 4, so if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 16. All right, so we're at 28, where we would drop this back over there in 28, which is fine with me, because that's the chorus. That's 4, and then I actually want to do a quick switch over here. Put this, and then all these. Yeah, it just gave me the plug-in. Looks like it's gonna crash again. So it's saying that I got a plugin in that's not compatible with. That's not compatible with Studio One, which is crazy to me because everything I have is good to go, official tissue. And it just seems to be when I move it, when I move the slide over, like when I shrink I don't even know, a little window, I guess is what you call it. Let me save it just in case. If it's gonna act up like that, I need to make sure I save every step. Okay, so what it seemed like it did was crashed. That's what it did. It crashed and then it came back up. Studio One, I don't like this. I don't like this. Could have been instrument. I don't have an instrument on here. I'm using all samples to try to make this fast, and y'all making this harder for me. Engine DLL. All right, we're gonna create. We're gonna start normally. Let's start it normally, and then we get back into it. Oh, it's always something, bro. It's always something. All right, let's try this again. Let's see what happens. But at least we saved it before it crashed, so everything is in there, everything is good. But when we first listened to it, it didn't have the snares kick or the hi-hat, so let's see. So what it seems like is, it did say instrument, and I was wrong. I do have instruments. I have a kick instrument, I have an 808, and I have a snare instrument that I use, which was the Sample 1 from Studio Pro, from PreSonus. So for some reason, it didn't work. How? I don't know. PreSonus is your equipment, and it's not working. It ain't no update, because I just bought the damn program, so can't be an update. All right, whatever. Let's get back into it. All right, what we was doing was formatting. So let me listen to this verse format midway from the chorus, and I want to see if there's anything that we can add in there. Maybe some sound effects, maybe some weird shit, during the drop, things like that. A good transitioning for when the drop comes back. That's what I'm listening for. I just did a couple, some switches up, a couple kick drops, a couple hi-hat drops, and let's see how that sounds for the first verse. Everybody wants to free, right? not gonna lie to you. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep that there. I'm gonna keep that there, and I'm just going to, let's see. I'm just going to take this whole verse here. Yep. Copy that and then put this over. God damn it, bro. Come on, PreSonus. I really hope y'all see this. I'm going to tag y'all, PreSonus, on this video because this is getting ridiculous. Yeah, this is wild. All right, so anyway, that's 4/8. Let's check this out here. All right, so this is 8. Right? Let's check that out. No, that's 16. This is 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Correct. I know I wasn't going crazy. Sometimes I do my math and I don't do my math. So I think we're going to leave this as a, I think I might need some claps and shit in here, no? Get some other stuff in here. Maybe some hi-hats. Yeah? Alright. Might need these over here, the kicks. Alright. And then we got cymbals that we still need to, crashes that we still need to add. What's up with these? Okay. That's cool. Alright. Let's go back. There, 2/16, because that's where this new generation don't like to do a third verse. But if a third verse is needed, we'll dump it in there. It is what it is. I don't like doing what, people want. I'd rather do shit the way it's supposed to be done, but I ain't gonna fucking complain. some way it just got to sell, right? And I think that's the whole point of it. So kind of like these in different places. Let's hear this. See some spots where I may want to, let me see what this sounds like with this sample cut off. a couple bars on this. That's another thing, y'all. If y'all fucking with me in these beats and y'all think this is a vibe and you contact me and you say, hey, you know, let's do this, that, and the third, and you need a feature, let me know. I'll do that too. Again, check Big Face Benny out on YouTube. You're gonna check out all my songs from I think 2023, 22 starting of and to now. You know, I haven't put out any new projects. Also, check out my man Nice Notes. M.I. Nice, he's over there on YouTube making fire beats for hip hop heads, boom bap, anything you need, we got it. You know what I mean? It's all part of the Big Face Music World family record label. You know what I'm saying? Also, go check out Sila La Sicaria. She's out with some new stuff, and we working on new stuff too. Anyway, let's get back to it. You know what I mean? All right. So I like what we got. I think I'm not as proficient as I would like to be in Studio One, where I can add, I guess for you Pro Tool users, we call it Verify, or we might call it the other one is the Drake effect, which is, you know, the underwater effect. I'm not too good on that, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to move it around and try to like get it right. So, let's check this out real quick. Let's see if I could do this. What I want to do is I want to add another. I'm going to add an effect bus here, and we're going to make this the full mix effect. And then what this is going to do is go to the main out. So what I'll do with these buses here is I'll have it go to the full mix. Come on, buddy, where you at? Supposed to be in here somewhere. Don't make me look for you. All right, we'll make this go. I put fill mix. Jesus Christmas. Come on, y'all, check my spelling. Full mix. All right, as you can see, it's switched on here too. So, all right, let me save that. And then here, I believe I could do some EQ, underwater effect, but putting it in there would affect the whole thing. So that's fine. I'll do it there. I'll do some automations in there as well. And then just get straight to it. So let's get into it. Hold on, excuse me. All right, so let's get into it. Before I do any of that amazing stuff, I want to try to, I've never tried to do this while streaming. So what I have here, if you look, I have what's called RealStream standalone. And what that is what's taking the output to my Studio One and putting it into OBS. That's how you're able to hear what this screen is playing. So normally in this channel here, in this bus, which is the main out, I would add Ozone Pro for the mastering, filter, things like that. Not filter here, but just Ozone for the mastering, and then a meter just to make sure that I'm not clipping and things like that. And then over here is where I do all the work. So matter of fact, let's get it cooking right here just to make sure that we're in the right realm of. And again, everything that I do here is so subjective. It's not like I'm doing something and this is the way you're supposed to do it. This is just how I do it. I know that there's producers that do different things. I've seen them do different things, but just understanding the realm that you're working in. So like, for example, this is a sample-based beat. Everything here is a sample. I took everything from Splice. So everything is already processed. So it can sound muddy. It can sound, you know, you just got to understand the situation. Now, if I was playing on, you know, my Keylab 49, playing instruments, it might be a little different. I might want to add, I might want to do this. But in this case, I think I want to take away to make it clean. So I'm going to play starting from the chorus, not the intro. And let it go into the beat and just take a look at the EQ wave files and see where it is. Like if it's too much, or if I have to take away. A lot of times I just throw the filter in there, the EQ in there, just to get a gauge of where it is. Sometimes I don't have to touch it. Sometimes I do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might have to go directly to the 808 and directly to the kick and try to clean out the muddiness. But let's check it out. Now here, with the collection of everything that I just saw, I'm definitely gonna have to clean it out. So I'm gonna just throw a quick 36 dB low cut and see how good that does. This is at 23. I'm gonna push it over to the left a little bit to about 20 something. I mean, I could get a little closer, of course. All right, let's not get exaggerating here. So now if you look, I do have a little bit of clipping going on, and I could just simply take the drums here, lower the volume and sample so that when I add the limiter, it can do what it do, like it's doing it for TV. But other than that, man, I think that shit sounds good to me right there. Let me see. I was using the Oxford limiter, the Sonics Oxford limiter, but for some reason it's giving me this inflator only on PreSonus, and I'm pretty sure it's because it's not in 64-bit. So I may have to go back in to reinstall the Oxford again. I did it before, but I don't think when I bought it, it came in a 64, just a 32. So I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I've been able to do this before with it. Let's see. This is just to give it a little inflator effect. Make sure the output overloads are avoided. So we're going to see. So as you can see in the full mix at the volume right here, I don't think you can see it because I got my picture in the way. Let's see if I can move that. Mevo camera. Let's move this over to this side a little bit, maybe even up here. We'll move it up here for now. Take a look here in this full mix window right here, and you'll see that it's no longer clipping. It was clipping earlier, so I was able to put the Oxford inflator in and take away some of that clipping. Also lowered down the 808 because that was clipping on the channel alone. Even though I smashed it in with the inflator, it still was. I can still hear it. Like, it was really distorted. So I just brought down the volume a little bit to it. I have a EQ on it to clean it out a bit, but I want that hard distortion. I just don't want it that loud. thing I like to give it is a mix hub. I don't know if this is the right one. Time out. Let's make sure we got the right one, because sometimes I start picking things and it'd be the wrong ones. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think it's this one. Let's give it a second. Waves always takes a little longer than normal. The last thing I always do is I always throw my tag at the end in the beginning. So we might do that now, actually, after I add this mix hub in. But you know, I'm gonna play with the channel a little. I mean, play with the mix hub a little bit, and we'll go from there. Don't tell me it's gonna crash again, because we're gonna talk PreSonus for real. Had me worried. Had me worried. Okay, this definitely ain't the one I wanted, so we're gonna remove that. Went through all that for nothing. All right, let's try this again. Oh, I picked mix hub. I think it's mixed down. Let's try that again, y'all. There we go. This is what I want. All right, let's take a look at the gauge, see what it gives us, and then we'll add some glue to it or take away some glue. Maybe a little drive. Let's see. Let's go. Know what I'm hearing? I'm also hearing a distortion in the kick. So where's the kick? Right here, channel 5. So let me see, I'm gonna add an EQ and take a look at that. Let's solo it out and hear it. Definitely some distortion in there. I kind of think it's in the high end. So I'm gonna make a high end cut. I like to use my slope at 36 dB just to give it a, I mean, even though I should use something smaller, but let's see. Shit, that sounds like it's more, that sounds like it is more of a low than it is high. Let's check a look. There it goes. Okay. Took that muddiness out. Now let's see what that sounds like in the beat. Let's go. So here in this Chris Lord mix down plugin, I feel like it's that glue is like a compression. Sometimes it takes compression away. It really just glues everything together, or it will separate it for you. So here I kind of like glued it together a little more. I think I might have gave it like a little 1.5, a drive at a 2.6. But if you look at my full mix channel right here, my bus is nowhere near 0, which I kind of want to leave it like that, because when I do add the mastering plugin, the mastering has a little overhead to play with. So that's fine. It doesn't sound distorted and it sounds clear to me. I know that there's a couple of things that I do want to do to this. Like I do want to add some automation and things. But again, I'm not too proficient in Studio One. I love Studio One. I think it's a fucking great software. But I've been dealing with Fruity Loops and MPC for so long that it's more easier. The workflow for me is a lot better, if you know what I mean. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll bring this whole thing and I'll take it to Fruity Loops and I'll go ahead and do all the effects and all that stuff and just leave the rest alone and go from there. But I think we should be good here. This beat right here, I'm gonna play with it a little bit more. I'll probably do a part 3 on this channel after I go ahead and YouTube how to do certain things, get a couple, because everybody got different ideas. Some people know how to do underwater in that mix full channel, just to underwater everything, you know, throw automation on a certain clip and things like that. So, you know, again, it's something that I got to learn. Sometimes I think in PreSonus, and if anybody's watching this, they could correct me if I'm wrong. In PreSonus third-party plugins, you can't add an automation to it, whereas in Fruity Loops, I can use just about any plugin and do automations. But I'm pretty proficient with the Fruity Loops plugins, the EQs, you know, all that stuff. So I'll get it right though. But for now, let me add what I want to do is I do want to add my tag into this now. Okay, let's get that up and running. And then over here, what I like to do to my tag is I like to add it up 6 dBs. Let's see how that sounds. The other thing, I think it's 145. Let's try that. That was kind of slow. I want it to sound normal. Still too slow. I don't remember if I did it in 150. Let's go into it so I can see. Okay, what if I move it to our BPM? See how
turn that shit up, it's Big Face Beats.
That's it. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this and add it towards the end. Somewhere like right here, second part of the chorus, which I normally do. Always add it to the second part of the chorus. Okay, Big Face Beats drop, and then I want to add, this is the one plugin that I love from PreSonus. It's this analog delay. Oh man, I love this thing. Makes it so much simple. So much simpler. Put it at 1/4. Where are you? Right there. Little over here, so it can just give me that.
Turn that shit up, it's Big Face Beats.
Gave it a little echo towards the end. I like that. All right. Shit. Save. Gotta save it. Gotta save it. And I think we're gonna leave it there. I might just bounce it out like that. Take it over to Fruity Loops, and I haven't tried this. I haven't tried logging into Fruity Loops. I think it should work the same way. I don't know if I need to add this real stream to the output so that OBS can get it, but I'm gonna do a test run soon and see if that's the case. But for now, I think this is it.
Turn that shit up, it's Big Face Beats.
always do this with my drums. For me, it makes it sounds more full, more gives it more life. So I like to add this into it. And just to give y'all a quick example with this H reverb, I like to give it like a little tail. Not too much wetness. Let's see what it sounds like. Might have to bring the output up, but well, let's listen. Did was it took it made my 808 very compressed. So I'm gonna send the 808 to the full mix instead. Let's see what happens. I like that. See, you can hear the ending of the clap. A little it gives it some texture, it gives it some color, some saturation to it. I like it. Let's hear it one more time with the chorus. And I think we good. I'm gonna add a clipper. There we go. These are just some of my favorite plugins to use. You ain't gotta use them, but this is what I use when I start mixing down and getting ready to master. I like where we at. I like where we at. All right. So we're going to do a quick master. It's not going to take long because Ozone Pro does it by itself. You know, we might add, take away from it. We'll see what the meter is. But for right now, you know, I try not to oversaturate my stuff with too many plugins, trying to EQ too much or compress too much, or again, it just is based on the situation. Like I said, everything is already processed because it's all sample based. So with that being said, I think we're at a good level. I think we're good. I don't want to add too much to the beat because there's a lot of artists out here who claims that they don't like too much on the beat, and which is good because that means the artist is going to do the work. We want the artist to do the work. So that's fine. And again, when I work with artists, I like to come back to them and say, hey, if you need anything else, if you feel like it needs something else, just let me know. If you think you can build on it and add whatever you want, go do your thing. That's part of being an artist, not just putting words to the beat. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, and I hate to say it, it sounds like a cliche, back in the days, artists used to add things to the beats. You know, I mean, we've seen a couple of new artists do it these days, but you know, they made that the lead and you know things like that. So, you know, I try not to add too much to the beat. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and add this Ozone Pro to it. Now, again, I have this restream on it. This is what's sending it to OBS. I don't know how this is gonna act once I put the Ozone in the same channel. If it cuts off, I apologize. I have to try to fix it. But if I can't fix it in like a minute or so, I'll go ahead and log off of the live and then come back to it at some other point. Okay? So I'm going to apologize in advance. But let's try this. All right. We're going to add this Ozone Pro. Okay, it's right here. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this in front of the restream so that the restream can hear everything. Okay, and before I do that, I'm going to add my meter in. This is how I like to do things. Everybody else does it a different way. So I'm going to hit this pin here to keep that up, even while I'm having another plugin window in. Okay. So Ozone, I'm going to drop back in. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this master assist. I already got it at the loudest part of the beat, which is the chorus. And then I'll let it, you know, go from there. And we'll make whatever adjustments we got to make from there. Again, if there's some distortion, if it gets louder, I apologize. I'll try to bring this up. I'll watch the meter over on OBS to make sure it doesn't hit that red or go too far up that yellow. Okay, I know you can't see the screen, but I can see it. You just see this screen. So let's get into it. Looks like we hit the jackpot. If you look right here, this long-term -9 and short-term -9, it'll come up. That's basically where we want it. I mean, a lot of times I like to send it at -10, give it a little overhead for the artist and the engineer that's working with them. So I'll try to, you know, bring it up to a -10, maybe -11, just depends. Because it's so saturated with bass and kick, you know, that could be a misconception. But you know, you have a good engineer, they'll be able to control it and do whatever they need to do. Probably put a trim on the instrumental while you record and then go from there. That's what I would do, especially when you're not working with the stems. But if they happen to lease the stems, they could do whatever they want from that point. Okay, so let's check it out real quick. We're gonna run it through. Y'all heard me. I don't know if you heard me, but I'll check on this live when I'm done to make sure I can do that. I may have to raise this, come up with a whole filter for this this microphone, because for some reason it's really low. But yeah, so if you look into this window here with that little overhead in the bottom, you know, the little spacing that we got in the bottom and the top, that's what we like to leave for the artist to do whatever they got to do, and it makes the engineer happy. I like to make engineers happy because I'm an engineer too. You know, I need that room. So I think we're done with the mastering on this. Meter says -10. I like it. Hopefully you like it. Leave comments, whatever you want to do. But I appreciate everybody here. Now I'm going to bounce this out. I'll probably put it on my BeatStore. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and, you know, help me out here. keep the live going. Let me, come back on and share whatever I got, and then whatever you got, share it. I mean, I'm not opposed to anything. So appreciate everybody. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to all the producers who do this hard work. Even though they try to bargain you down, don't let them do it, man. Keep your money up. All right, this is hard work. This is my second take on this beat. I've probably been on it for 4 hours. 4 hours for a little $20 or just giving it out free ain't really what it is. So shout out to everybody.